Hello, I'm in the kitchen. Oh, I had to change my clothes. I had on a house dress and I'm trying to do the video and the buttons just kept opening and I no. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, so today I am canning salsa. Whew. Take a swig of water because it went from storming out here to the sun being out and it's warm. So I'm gonna have to get out and check the soil in the garden today. Make sure everything is okay out there. So what I have in here are my tomatoes. I blanched them to get the skins off. I probably started around 9 and was done a little bit after 11. Right now it is going on 12:15. I really hate removing the skin from potatoes, but it helps in the long run when you don't eat skin or be spitting out skin while you're eating tomatoes or some type of sauce. I usually don't do it with my tomato sauce. I think what I am going to start doing is doing it the night before. So the way you blanch tomatoes is you boil water. The way I do it is you cut the, let me get a tomato here to show you. So here's a green tomato. You cut this out, you take this top out, and then you do like a little crisscross with the knife at the bottom. Then you throw the tomatoes into boiling water. It says 30 to 60 seconds. I do 60 seconds. That's me. Take them out, immediately throw them into cold water, and I use like a mesh container. I just pull them out, let the water drip, throw them into cold water. I have cold water with ice. Then let it cool off for 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and then you just start peeling from the bottom. It comes right off. I usually blanch 4 tomatoes at a time, and in the meantime, before I start blanching, I cut a whole bunch of tomatoes. Cut the cores out, crisscross the bottom. So I have them sitting there, and then I could just blanch, put them in the cold water, blanch, peel, 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 and keep going. I still have a whole bunch of tomatoes over here that are red. My mother's gonna take them to dialysis because I had a big old silver aluminum container full of tomatoes, and you want to try to get the seeds out. Some of the tomatoes are so ripe, I was just able to squeeze the seeds out of them. So I tried my best to get seeds. There's gonna be seeds in here. It is what it is. I just turned on my my dishwasher, sanitizing jars and top. So here's the tomatoes. In here we have, smells so good, cilantro. It says green onions. I use the regular brown onion. Cilantro, onions. I got a couple of banana peppers out of my yard, which I already had in the refrigerator, and some bell peppers. I don't like hot peppers, but I put the peppers in the salsa for taste. 2 tablespoons of lime. Oops, 3 garlic cloves. I've sanitized this countertop, I don't know how many times. 3 garlic cloves. A half a cup of vinegar with 5% acidity. If you are not good at cooking, one thing to always remember when you are measuring items is that this is a liquid measure. You don't put solids like flour or brown sugar in it unless the recipe calls for you to put dry ingredients into a liquid measure. This is a liquid measure. Then a dry measure, let me show you. Looks like this. 2 cups of flour, 3 cups of flour, something like that. This is a dry measure. So there's a difference. People say, I had a friend say, what's the difference? I'm like, the consistency of what you're making. So I always mention that. Use the correct measuring tools to do your job. Of course, I have the water on my water bath canner. It calls for 1 teaspoon of salt. Now, my recipe is simple and different compared to the recipe that's in the Ball canning book. They call for cucumbers, banana peppers, which I did use, green onions. They don't call for regular onions. I like regular onions in my salsa. Anaheim peppers, which I think is a little bit more spicy. Chopped jalapenos. Again, I don't like spicy food. Minced cilantro, which I have here. Garlic cloves, 3 garlic cloves minced, which I'm going to do. Tablespoon of fresh margarine, which I don't have any, and I've made salsa before and I won't put it in there. Salt, vinegar, and the lime juice. So these are my ingredients, how I cook it. I am going to put it, you really don't have to cook salsa. What you want to do is break down the tomatoes, which I'm going to put in the food processor. And it does say to combine ingredients in a large saucepan, bring to a boil, reduce heat, heat over simmer heat, which I'm going to do. So I'm not going to be doing all this on camera, just because I don't want to worry about the angles and if the camera's going and all that stuff. I'm just going to stop and go and record parts of what I'm doing. And this is a Pampered Chef garlic crusher thing. I'm going to do the garlic once I have all of the ingredients in the saucepan. For those of you that were watching Lead Farmer today, he was actually canning. I can't remember what he was canning. Or he's going to have a canning video tomorrow morning. Sorry. He's going to have a canning video tomorrow morning. I'm doing apples, so make sure you watch Lead Farmer 73. Or it's on Hood Tech. I think it's going to be on Lead Farmer 73. I don't think he's going to put it on his Hood Tech channel. He mentioned pressure canning today to be safe, and I agree with him. He has a couple of pressure canners. He has an American one, I don't know the name, one called a Presto. I have 2 pressure canners over here. I'm going to get one and show you. This one's a little dusty. This is called a Zavor pressure cooker and canner. Okay. This particular, oh my God, it's real dusty. Sorry. I haven't pressure canned in a while. This particular cooker is designed for cooking and canning, unless your cooker says that you can can, and I have used it for canning. I'm very careful with it. I measure the water at the bottom. Do not try to can a pressure can in a pressure cooker unless it is specifically designed to do so. It is heavy, and it says perfect for pressure canning. Sorry, like right there. I'm gonna try to turn it. Perfect for pressure canning. I have 2 of these. I have pressure canned a couple of times in them. I know other people use like the Presto and stuff, and theirs have like the weight and all the stuff. I actually found it to be quite easy. But again, I am going to emphasize, if your pressure cooker does not state that it is perfect for pressure canning and is designed to do so, because this is heavy, it's thick, do not do it. Do not pressure can in an Instapot thing. If it does not give you directions, and mine gives me specific directions on what to do. In fact, when I pressure can, not only do I have my Ball preserving book out, I also have the book for this out. to specifically tell me what to do, because I do not want to blow myself up. Okay, so it's a little different. It seals, it tells you exactly what to do, and I go over the instructions over and over again. But again, this pressure cooker is designed to pressure can. If yours does not say that, then look online for a pressure canner that is designed to pressure can your food. That is very important. Today I'm water bath canning. Like Led said, you can water bath can in any pot. You just want to make sure you have a rack. And in here, it has a rack. I've used the other one. I haven't used this one. It has a rack for you to sit your stuff on. Oh, nothing fell out. On the bottom. You don't want your jar sitting, okay? So I just really want to emphasize that. And it even has measures on the inside right here, like where you put the water and stuff. So that's very important today. I'm not pressure canning today. I'm water bath canning today. And let's see if I can get it back on here. Of course, it doesn't act right. Okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not using it right now. Okay. So that is it for now. I got a little ways for the jars to sanitize and the water to boil. In the meantime, I'm going to start food processing these tomatoes, getting them a little bit smaller, and then throwing them into the saucepan along with the other ingredients. So I'll be back with you guys in a little while. Okay, so behind me, you see all the ingredients cooking. The water already started boiling in the water bath canner, so I turned it down. And right now I'm just waiting for the dishwasher to stop, which is going to be for a little while. So I'm going to turn the fire down on the salsa and just let it simmer and cook. And then once I start packing the jars, once this turns off, I'll turn the water back up and I'll start packing the jars, and I'll videotape that. So I'll be with you guys in a little while. Hello everyone. Okay, the jars just sunk in the dishwasher. So we're going to pull those out. And one thing about me is that I always have jars ready. I think I'm the main person who uses the dishwasher in the house. And I always have jars, lids, and bands in here. So when I need them, I may put a couple of more in there. But pretty much I'm always sanitizing jars. So I'm doing something a little bit different. I have a little bit of water right here to wipe the lids off. Dip it in there, wipe the lids off. Okay, that is hot. Don't do what I just did. That jar is hot. So I'm going to cut the fire off of the salsa. I did turn it off for a little while, and then I turned it back on about 2 minutes ago to keep it warm. And now I'm going to start filling my jars. I let my mom taste the salsa. She said it was delicious. So I may get 4 pints, maybe. I'm gonna say 3. And I'm going to fill these to a 1/2 inch off the top. I always try to take air bubbles. I don't care if it's liquid or not. I always try to take air bubbles out of my jars. Now I'm going to measure for the 1/2-inch head space. And it's like right on time. So now I'm going to put the lid. Oh wait, see, I almost forgot something. I'm going to clean off that area so that we can make sure to get a tight seal. Okay, now we're going to put that lid. Some people put it on like together, and the jar is still hot. Why is that still going? Let's get the next one. It is hot. They are hot. Hot, hot, hot. Caliente. Start filling the jars. Ladling the jars. I love salsa and I love guacamole. I'm not supposed to have a lot of tomato salsa because of the acid from my GERD, but I don't eat a lot. I eat a little, and this is enough for me and my mom. So I'm going to do this last jar, and then I'm going to come back to you guys after I put the jars in the water. Let's see what we got here. Get the air bubbles out of here. I mean, it looks like pretty jars of salsa. So this is my first time making salsa. Well, canning it. Measure the head space. Perfect. Put the lid on and tight the band on, fingertip tight, okay? And that is it. Salsa. Okay, so I'll be back with you guys in a little bit. Okay, it is warm in this kitchen and we are on another flood watch. From wearing with sunny today, the clouds have come in and I have the door open. It's hot and this water is boiling. So always lift the handle away from you so the steam can go that way, okay? Okay, one thing that I've always forgotten and have been kind of lucky on is I have not placed an empty jar of water when I don't have a lot of pints. So this one is about 3/4 to 80% full. Filled it up. But the rest of these are 100% full. Going into the water. So you're going to turn the water on to a medium heat. Excuse me, for 15 minutes. Probably should have filled one more jar, but that's okay. For 15 minutes. Should have put one more right there. In fact, I'm going to put one more right there. just in case. Let's be safe, right? Just get any old lid. That farmer says he used an old one. I don't have any old ones right now. So I'll just use a lid, and I have boxes of lids and bands. And I'm gonna put this in here. When you're done, you just dump out the water out of the jars. Okay. These are gonna process for 15 minutes. And as you see, as usual, I always clean as I go because that's me. And I just made a little oopsie on the floor. That's all right. And now, I'm gonna put these down in here. Okay. Put the timer for 15 minutes. And turn down the heat to medium. And that's it. We're canning salsa. And then once it's done, I'm going to turn the fire completely off and just let the cans rest in there for 5 minutes. And that's it. I'll be back with you guys in a moment. Okay, so 5 minutes is done. Well, I canned the jars for 15 minutes, then I put it on the 5-minute rest time. Now I'm taking them out. Always do that. Move it away from you. Okay. And then you're gonna, this is why I use these gloves. It makes life so much easier. Of course, one can tipped over just now. Great. That is not what you want to happen. And I just touched the side. I'm gonna watch this can. Stick my hand in there. Great. Making a mess. I hope that one seals. Jeez. And one thing I forgot to do is put a little bit of vinegar in the water this time. I didn't do that. But you take them out. I hope that one seals. The reason why you want to put vinegar in your water is to keep down the white calcification in the water. And then these 2 jars you can just take out. I'm just going to leave them here. Making a mess today, and I'm hot and I'm tired. So, they're out. They're out. They're cooling. I'm hot. And those are my jars of salsa. And because I didn't put the vinegar on top, you can see the white, I don't know if you can see the white calcification on top. But yeah, that happens. So that is it. I'm done canning for today. I'm hot. I've washed all the dishes. I'm gonna let the canner cool down, and then I'll wash, and I'll after it dries, I take a paper towel with some olive oil and spread it around there and on the top and on everything. And that's it. I'll wait to hear for the clicking, and this will stay here for 24 hours. All right, I'm done for today. I'm waiting for Miss T-Nog to come on at 5. I showered and washed my hair, and I'm looking crazy because it's hot in here. It's about 84 degrees in the house. So I didn't want to turn on the air today, and the clouds are coming in and out. So that's it for this Sunday, September 11th. Wow, September 11th. Okay, you all have a good day.